raining in the backyard of my house, and I was trying to go to my office, but the stand that I use to do my lives is currently not working. It's not charged, so my views and everything, my camera whole came. It looks really funky, but I just wanted to continue and just let you guys know that we have a duty, and our duty is to keep going what Charlie was what he was doing for us, because he was a voice for many of us that are voiceless. He was a voice for many people that were afraid of speaking up. He actually spoke the truth, and he was just so powerful that the evil knew that his voice mattered. um, I don't want people to be afraid. If anything, I want people to learn from this, that any Christians that are trying to shut us down, we have to keep going. We don't have to do it with hate. We just have to do it with love and passion, no hate. Um, because what happened to Charlie was hateful, and we should not be hating one another. We have to keep going. We have to, follow what he was doing. We have to be strong about it. We have to do it for our families. We have to do it for our kids so they can have a space and not be afraid of believing in God. That's the last thing I would like my child to be afraid of. I pray for his family. Definitely, definitely do. What Charlie has done for many, many years, for a very long time, it will never be defeated. So the evil took Charlie, but God gave us Charlie. He gave us Charlie because he knew how much powerful he was going to be in the world. He gave us Charlie because, he was a voice, like I said, for many of us, and he made us strong. He was making this new generation strong. And his voice truly, truly matters. I mean, I'm definitely going to have my daughter read about him a lot more, know about him a lot more, because I want her to know that. Um, it's okay to believe in marriage. It's okay to believe in having kids. It's okay to, if you choose to be a stay-home mom, it's okay. We need some more of that. Of course, her career matters, but not as much as your family when you choose to have a family. I've said it many times in my videos. Um, Having a child is not just having it and that's it. Oh, you got married, so now it's time to have a kid. It comes even with a plan. If you have an amazing job, and this is actually, I mean it for single, not for single women. I know a lot of single moms, they have no choice but having to work. But if, you get in a marriage, you have to get with the plan of you would have to be the one staying at home for some time to take care of your own kid, because that is important. Having a parent at home matters and influences the kid. It is extremely, extremely important. And that's why I chose to have my child in an environment of, you have your mom and your dad in the same home. That was important. And that's what Charlie truly believed, among other things. Talking about God, knowing that we need values. We have lost a lot of values. For me, it was important going back to the church. For me, it's important. It is still important to have a strong relationship with God. And I'm going to be seeking that regardless of my situation, regardless on how I feel and what I go through in life. I am still going to be seeking God. I was not feeling good last week at all, and for some time already. And I know that God hears me. God doesn't want me to suffer, but I know, and I'm starting to tell God that I will stop doing what I think it's best for me and start believing more in what He thinks is best for me. And just not being afraid of the decisions that I make, just doing them, and then I know He's going to walk me through the right ones. And even when I do fail, I know He's going to get me back up and He's going to be there for me. So I just want to tell you guys that we cannot let Charlie's life not matter, that we need to stand up to what he believed. It's really sad as well that I'm seeing a lot of people making comments such as, good that Charlie died. Somebody had to do it. It's such a happy day. You see a lot of that in the videos and TikToks and Instagram and Facebook. And I mean, if you really think that you are any better, let's say that your beliefs are strong. You believe the opposite, that everything that Charlie did. But if that makes you think, if it makes you think by far that, someone dying, it's really, wow, truly that person deserved it, then I truly think, and I will not think, I truly pray for you, because that darkness within you has to be so big that you really think it's okay for someone to die. I mean, I'm sorry, but people like Biden, although I, do not like his, I did not like his term, did not approve of his term. We have Kamala, other people that we don't agree. I would not want them to die the way, or die at all, or the way that Charlie did, or I don't want ill for them. Um, I wouldn't want that at all. So for people to think that it's okay for us to be happy for someone dying, that is horrible. Change your mind, change that heart. I'll pray for you that you need to change truly your heart. This is what the world has come to. It just makes me really, really sad. We need to do better. I love my country. I was born here. I moved to Ecuador for a few years, but I have always loved my country. I'm proud of my country. I'm proud of where I come from. My parents fought really hard to come here. My dad worked 3 jobs, my mother being a single mom and a dedicated mother for us to have a life here. I love it. I will never, ever want them to feel that this sacrifice meant nothing. And this is why I truly loved everything that Charlie stood by. Well, some of the things, mainly a lot of things that he stood by, because not everything I stood by what he said, but I respected the guy, the passion that he had, um, how fearless he was on going to campuses, talking to kids because it matters. He was actually in my brother's and one of my little brothers. Well, he was at a campus for my younger brother in San Diego, and I mean, it even took a toll on them to, mind you, he has people that don't share that same belief as Charlie, but they're still just in shock of what happened. And that is what how we should be feeling. But to going out live and celebrating the death or the hurt of someone, that is so wrong. I know people feel, well, he divided people. No, he did not divide people. He had a voice for us. He was trying to get people together, but in a sense of, listen, you believe what you believe, it's okay. I believe in what I believe. Let's go ahead and have a cup of coffee. He always said it was okay. If you don't share my beliefs, it's okay. I'm still going to be friends with you. That is what life is about. If you believe in God or you don't believe in God, I'm still going to sit there and have a cup of coffee with you. We can talk about God or we can just not talk about God at all. That doesn't mean I'm going to turn away from you if you're ever in need. That will never, ever, ever happen. So, my neighbors, our neighbors, my husband and I, our neighbors, they're blue. They love blue. They're very, liberal. They voted for Biden. They voted for Kamala. But we literally can have a conversation just fine. I bring sometimes a trash bin close to their door, to their backyard. We do things like that for them. If they need help with the tree, to cut the tree, we'll do it for them. Anything that they need, we are willing to do it, because that moment where you start thinking that, well, they're blue, they voted for Biden, I'm not going to be there for them, or I'm going to laugh at them every single time I see them and hope they failed. That's not, we were not, when you and I were born, we were not born as you're blue and I'm red. We were babies. We were perfect. We didn't have hate in our heart. We, I mean, it's just, it was a different world. So why are we being that way? It's okay to have one another different beliefs. It's okay that, you believe in whatever you want to believe. And it's okay that I believe in everything I want to believe. But let's not turn against each other for that. That's what Charlie stood by. So if you know anyone out there that is spreading hate, or if at any point you have felt mad at someone else's belief, please just ask for forgiveness within your heart and do better next time, because hate is not going to take us anywhere. Thank you, you guys, for being here. I just want to jump in and do this live really quick. If and let's just keep praying. Keep praying for the world, for his kids, for his wife, for his family. Thank you for being here, guys. And I'll see you on my next live. Bye, y'all.